Like, all right, now we got Chris Trotter. So this when I heard about this, I was like, this is crazy. So this article was written by Victoria Law of Thorout and has been reprinted with permission. This is on the website of phyllislewis.subtract.com. Okay, so I gave them their shout outs. Christopher Naeem Trotter had 3 months left in prison. Then on February 1st, 1985, he tried to save another incarcerated man's life in a fight against white supremacists and was punished with over a century behind bars. In 1985, 23-year-old Trotter was finishing a 4-year prison sentence at the Indiana Reformatory, which is now known as the Pendleton Correctional Facility. He's been in there since they changed names, yo. That February morning, 38 years. So when Tax Stone was born, when Tax Stone was born, around that year when he was born, that nigga was in the, that's when he went in the bin, and he's still in there, I think. I don't know yet. 23-year-old Trotter, well, we haven't finished the article. 23-year-old Trotter was finishing a 4-year prison sentence at the Indiana. Yep. This February morning, he reminded himself that soon he would be home and able to take care of his mother, whose mental health had been declining. He was also looking forward to meeting his 3-year-old daughter at the time, who was born while he was in prison. I was a mama's boy, he told Truth Out. It was my, hold on. It was my beloved mother who always taught me to stand up for what was right, to never just stand by and watch acts of injustice take place. This is the 80s, so yes, obviously you're going to tell your child that. As a child, she had shielded both his brother and mother from his father's violence. And that morning, though he didn't know it, would act to protect someone else and pay for it with his freedom. First, he smelled mace. He knew from experience that could only mean that the prison guards were using it against other incarcerated men. Then he heard men hollering, "They're killing Lincoln Love, they're killing him." Trotter knew Lincoln Love, known to his... I said Lincoln Love, like that. Lincoln Love, there we go. Trotter knew Lincoln Love, known to his peers as Lokmar Abdul Wadud. Love was a jailhouse lawyer, or an incarcerated person who helped others in their legal work. That morning, according to Rodney Jones, who was in the cell directly across from Love, guards arrived at Love's cell and ordered him to cuff up and prepare to be handcuffed and have his cell searched. Before Love could rise from his bunk, several officers entered his cell and started beating him. They continued to beat him after handcuffing him, and he was even unconscious. Even after he was unconscious. So, it was unusual. Trotter and several other men who had been incarcerated during that time arrested that staff brutality, particularly against black men, was rampant. 2 years earlier, people at the reformatory had filed civil rights complaints. So this is a thing that happens. So, at the reformatory, more officers confronted them. So basically, what happened was that what happened is that they ended up infiltrating the shit that was happening. I think they took the guards hostage, right? So, and he protected this member. So apparently Trotter and a bunch of other men, including a man named Cole, they stabbed or slashed 7 staff members that morning. Prosecutors filed criminal charges against Trotter, Cole, Beck, Temba, and 3 other men. And then they ended up receiving multiple prison sentences. So Cole, who had 3.5 years left on his sentence, was acquitted of attempted murder but convicted of 4 counts of criminal confinement, each carrying a 20-year sentence, and rioting. The judge sentenced him to a total of 84 years. He spent 32 years and 5 months in solitary. God damn! In August 2017, he was allowed back in general population where he could have human contact. Since 1985, his release date is 2038. By then, he will be 79. Trotter, who had been looking for to take care of his mother, was convicted of attempted murder, criminal confinement, and rioting. He was sentenced to 142 years. Whew. In 1990, the Indiana Supreme Court upheld Trotter Cole's convictions, and each charge carried a maximum. And acquitted of all else. So Baktemba was acquitted, and he was released in the mid 1990s. So is Christopher Rodder out? Christopher Trotter. Let me look this up. Chris Trotter released. Because, oh, wow. Resentenced to 100, okay. He's still in. He's still in the bin. So, Chris Trotter is still in there because he caught more than the other guy. So Chris Trotter is still in there. God damn. I think. Yeah. God damn, that sucks. So he defended. There's a lot of injustice going on. He defended a guy. Basically, what I was gonna say is I didn't think the article was gonna be that long. Pause. I was gonna say is imagine you're about to leave prison. You literally have 3 months left, 3 days left, 3 weeks, whatever, three or something left of your prison sentence. And instead of saying, you know what, I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna get out in 3 months, I can see my family, my daughter. Let me do it for my daughter. You said, nah, I have to stand up because at the end of the day, I could not sleep at night knowing that I could have done something. Oh, that's crazy. That's a hard decision. Go see your family and maybe you might not be able to sleep at night knowing that that man died and you could have done something or do something. Now, he didn't have to do something because a bunch of people joined, but maybe he was the spark to make it happen, but people are probably going to join regardless if there have been complaints of it happening. So I would have stood back for my family. I would have stood back, man. No one's trying to do 142 years for anything. He probably regrets that decision. Probably like, yo, I should have held back and not done anything. Because the other guy, he's out. And he probably went harder than the other guy. And since he went harder than the other guy, you know what I mean? So free him. Hopefully, I don't know if he's out, but free him. If he's out, thank God. If he's not, then goddamn. Anyways, that is crazy. That is crazy. To know that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was a dose of Ebes is basically, would you want to spend the rest of your life regretting an action? Or would you rather just take the high road? Yes, you may not. Either way, you're going to regret the action. Which regret is worse? Right? What are you going to regret the most? Are you going to regret not acting on the action? Or are you going to regret acting on that action? Right? Now, it depends. That situation, I would regret doing that. Trying to stand up because no matter what, there's in 1985, nigga, you are getting tried, convicted, everything. 2020, you're going to get like aggravated assault with bodily harm. You're probably going to get an additional 12 years on your shit. You're not going to get 142. You know what I mean? And the reason why you learn those lessons is 1985. But sometimes minding your business will help you get far in life. You're not a coward for minding your business is what I'm saying. You are not a coward for minding your business. Sometimes it's good to just walk away and look away. Because no matter what you do, someone is going to try to stop it or it's going to keep happening. You can't stop everything in life. Even though you were told, you know, if injustice happens, you got to say something. There's only so much you can do. That situation, there's only so much you can do. You know what I mean? Because then they're setting an example. The moment you touch one of us, you're done. You're donezo. You touch one of us, you're catching years. So we can do whatever you want to you, but you touch one of us, you're catching them years. You're doing calendar years, your football numbers. So that's what I want to say with Dose of Ebes. Do not regret your actions and your decisions. Look away and mind your business sometimes. Sometimes say something. Sometimes you don't have to, right? I had another Dose of Ebes topic, but we're already an hour in and I'm hungry. So you already know what to do with it is. This was the IVP with Dr. IBZ. We are done. Love, peace, and blessings. Hopefully we can make it through another week, inshallah. Hopefully everything goes well for y'all and for me. Love, peace. Y'all stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay safe. Adios. Peace. Andale. Masalam. Bye.